What's good with y'all? We back, Mr. Seddington in the building. You know what I'm saying? Praise to the Most High. Shout out to everybody showing the love and support to the channel. If you're new, like, share, subscribe. You know, we got this content rolling, man. You know, we got a little knockoff face cam for you today because I ain't gonna lie, I don't have a camera yet. I gotta make sure everything that's prioritized gets paid off first before I start working on other things. But you know, we gotta do what we gotta do, man. We got technology, we got everything. I got the resources to make shit happen. I'll be a fool not to use them. But hopefully y'all taking care of yourselves. Y'all staying up, staying motivated, staying positive, staying blessed, staying disciplined. Stop beating your meat, nigga. I know you was beating your meat last night. Stop doing it. And yeah, bro. Just stay blessed, man. Stay blessed. Stay positive, man. Stay true to yourself. Today, I just want to talk about finding peace within, heartbreaks and struggles. Being a man, we all know. If you're a man, you know you've been through some struggles, through some heartbreaks. It was one of those nights where you was crying in your bed, little manly tears falling down your face. You probably listening to some Juice WRLD or some X, or you was probably listening to some sad ass music. You know what I'm saying? Some sad ass melodies. And that shit happens, bro. It's cool, bro. That's life, bro. Bro, if life was, bro, if women accepted every man's offer to be their girlfriend, nigga, come on, bro. I can't even imagine a world like that, bro. Just a bunch of yes women. Just like I can't imagine me being a yes man anymore. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I already told y'all in the previous video, man, if you watch the channel, nigga, I was a glorified simp. I've learned from my mistakes. I was a glorified simp. And when you were a simp, like me, or if you could relate to this, when you were a simp, you used to get walked over. I'm talking about just walking all over you. Sometimes they smack you. Not physically, but verbally, mentally. They smack you with some shit that be like, damn, she really just did that to me. Like, damn, I was putting my all into this shit, man. God damn, your heart just sink to your ass. Like, your heart just start pounding. All of a sudden, you get that sharp sting in your chest. Like, ah. But, bro, that's what helps you find peace, bro. And especially if you go through it multiple times. Now, granted, sometimes, multiple times happening, multiple heartbreaks, you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you need to, but don't ever yourself over a woman or anything in general, bro. Because there are people out here who is dependent on you, who is literally like waiting for you to grow up and glow up. They're sitting right next to you. They supporting you. They patting you on your back, tap you on your chest, trying to pray with you, meditate with you. They're taking walks in the neighborhoods with you, bro. Like there's people out here that's really missing you. That's really going to miss you if you do that to yourself. So don't do it. But you know what I'm saying? You need to just find peace within those heartbreaks and struggles, man. Because let's be real, we all going through it, especially in 2025, nigga. Especially if you a college student, you just got out of college, now you looking for a job, nigga. You're not getting one. No, you're not getting one. You can get one. You can lie, but I mean, if you're a college student and you say you can work full time and then you got to leave in 2 months, they're not letting you take a little break and you can come back in December and start working again. They're not doing that. They only do that for employees that work there for years. You know what I'm saying? But there's peace within that, bro, because it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you get hit and you get back up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you fall down, man. You probably fall down, bust your head. You know what I'm saying? You probably get fucking Pop-Tarts on your arms and shit, bro. You probably got all types of bruises and all type of shit. But if you get back up, bro, you're a real nigga, bro. Sometimes you might have to sit down for a second. Damn, my nose. You might have to pop that bit back in place. Or damn, like that shit kind of hurt. Oh my God, like you falling over, you tumbling over, you crawling and shit, nigga. You looking like LeBron James when he got his nose broke, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you get back up, bro, that's real trooper shit, bro. Because a lot of men out here, bro, we fall to the system where, we fall to the system. We get adjusted to the system of not saying shit. And obviously it's June Mental Health Month. Like I said in the previous video, man, men out here, take care of yourselves. But we fall to a system where we don't say shit. We're not allowed to say shit about how we feel. And if something happens to us, you know, we basically supposed to just brush it off like it's just a piece of lint on our shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And that's not real life, bro. That's not real life. And, you know, coming from a standpoint of me, man, I've been through so much heartbreaks, bro. Like that shit, like there was nights where I used to just sit in my room, like I'm hitting this pose right here, like these, head down, I'm a manly tear come down both of my eyes. And I'm just sitting there to myself, I'm like, man, am I really good enough for these women out here, bro? Like, and when you start asking questions like that to yourself, that really is what fucks up your mind, bro. Because now you going off of what other people assume or think of you. Now you going off other people's assumptions. Whole time, ain't nobody really saying that shit about you for real. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really sitting up here. That's my Xbox if y'all heard that. Ain't nobody really, you know, going about their daily life, worrying about who you are, what you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you've been with that person for a couple of months. So, you know, of course, you know, you think that because you probably spoke some vulnerable shit to them, or you probably had some conversations where you wouldn't tell nobody else about what was going on in your life. But you made, when it comes to relationships and situation, whatever y'all are, whatever people want to be, there's a hidden agreement that is not signed, that y'all don't say this shit to anybody else, bro. Y'all keep that shit to yourselves. Y'all keep that shit within your inner self. You don't say nothing. Keep your mouth closed. Throw the key in your fucking esophagus and swallow that bitch, and don't unlock that goddamn chest. Don't do nothing. Don't unlock that chest of memories of hardships that nobody else needs to know. And sometimes relationships get out of hand to where people start going on the internet because, like I said, we live in the digital media. I say this in every video. So niggas get the blabbing on and shit, talking about shit that don't need to be exposed. And, you know, sometimes that shit harbors on you, bro. And, you know, I've dealt with that shit before. You feel me? I've dealt with a situation where a woman, you know, was basically doing me wrong, trying to make it seem like she wasn't doing nothing wrong. And then the whole time, you know, I'm sitting there talking to myself like, am I really tripping? Like, am I really the problem? Like, what I did, was I really in the wrong? Like, yeah, I'm not perfect, but did I do something wrong? Is being too caring too much? Like, is sitting there checking up on them, seeing if they good? I'm not saying I'm gotta call them every day or nothing like that, but I still want to see if they good. Is that doing too much? And sometimes it is doing too much for that person, but that's not the right person for you. And that's why you gotta find peace within yourself, because you think doing that to one person is for all people, and it's not. That's not the case. See, we live in a world now where we out here just shark, bitch. Shark. Ain't gonna lie, that song kind of catchy. Ain't gonna lie, shark. But we not supposed to be sharking out here, bro. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People gonna preach, yeah, having multiple wives and shit like that. Obviously, people gonna preach that, but dude, nigga, that shit is stressful, bro. I've never had that experience. Thank the Lord, because I don't want to deal with multiple women texting my phone, talking about who's this. Like, no, I'm worried about me. But, you know, we get so praised for doing shit like that. Like, we never really get praised for sitting down and finding someone we could marry. Get a prenup, though. Sign up for, you know, sit down and having somebody we could marry, and, you know, not just be so worried about the box. Not be so worried about if she gonna suck her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, obviously that's gonna cross our mind, because, you know, we human. You know, we think lustfully sometimes. You know, we not perfect. But if we could get through the hardships together, and we can make it through the old age together, then that's probably the best blessing ever. But not a lot of people get through that time stage, man. Most niggas is dying about women. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, you just need to realize that, man. And I realized that shit myself too. That these heartbreaks, there's always a lesson, man. You're not a loser for getting your heart broken, bro. It's not a loss, bro. It's a lesson, dude. You know, you learn from these things. You learn from not having that money to pay for that gift that your girl wanted. You learn from not being able to pay that rent that you had to, and now next thing you know, you're getting fucking pink notices on your door. You learn from not being able to pay that phone bill, and now your service is cut off, and you just sitting there with a phone that can only work for Wi-Fi. You learn from not having that Xbox subscription or that PlayStation subscription. Now you can only play offline games. On Xbox, you can't even join the fucking party. On PlayStation, nigga, the only thing you can play is Fortnite, Apex, and them trash-ass AAA games. You know, you learn from not being able to buy that next meal because you spent all your hard-earned money on some equipment that you put all your dedication towards for your future. You know, you learn from these things, bro. And once you learn from these things, you realize that, you know, it ain't all bad. You know, it might be the end of the world in that moment, but you're going to get it back, bro. Especially if you're working hard. You're going to get all that shit that you lost back, bro. And once you get it back, that story that you build and that book that you writing, you know, that legacy that you got for you and your future kids, nigga, that shit's going to be so beautiful. Damn, they're going to make you want to sit on the front porch and look at the sun and just be like, thank God, with a tear coming down your face. And your kids going to come out the door and be like, hey, what's wrong, Dad? Oh, you okay? And, you know, I hope one day I could be a dad, man. You feel what I'm saying? I hope one day I can actually, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I just hope one day, man. I just hope one day I could just wake up and be a dad, bro. Have some kids to just look at and be like, man, you know, I did a good job, man. Whatever they want to be in life, bro. They ain't finna be no OnlyFans, though. Nigga, you ain't finna be doing that shit, nigga. You get the fuck out of my house. But, you know, just doing something productive and positive. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I meant that too. But, you know, on some real shit. And ways you can, like, learn from those shit is just not to, especially when it comes to heartbreak, bro. See, like I said earlier, a lot of times niggas be dying over women. And you're not supposed to be doing that, bro. Let's be real. Nigga, there's billions of women on the planet. And to keep it a buck, bro, you get your heart broken, bro. There's one thing you can always do, bro. You can always talk to God, first of all. Because God knows all. You know, he's the person that got us here. He's the person that created this whole universe for us. This whole world for us to live, breathe, talk, walk. And there's just no way in hell that you gon', somebody just texted me. Oh, so there's no way in hell you're gonna lose your life over something that you can get back within a couple of months if you just work on yourself via go to the gym, work on something productive. Like I'm gonna talk about going to the gym personally, because that moment when that girl did me so fucking dirty, bro, and those nights where I was just speechless, like, nigga, I'm talking about those nights were so bad, bro. Like, nigga, she's hitting my phone up, you know, talking about, you know, she's sorry. And then next thing you know, like, I'm telling her, nigga, stop texting my phone. I mean, that's tough. Now she talking about she's about to get fucked. Nigga, that's crazy, bro. But going to the gym really helped me a lot, bro, because it helped me understand, like, you know, I need to work on things that is not just lust. You feel me? I need to work on my body. I need to work on my mind, my soul, my spirit. I need to start going outside and actually getting involved with the world that God created for us. Start connecting with things that brings us to our better selves. You feel me? Because we so focused on how we can get back for these, you know, for these lost times, like another girl that we could get with, just so we could just prove that we just not depending on that one woman. The gym really taught me that, you know, when you working on a positive thing, all the negativity is blocked out, bro. All that shit is just non-existent, because now it's more about what can you do to get better. Like, when you are tired, when you exhausted, when everything is going bad, you might be having a bad lifting day or some shit. What can you do to get yourself energized to get back to where you need to be? You feel what I'm saying? Because the gym can really apply to life. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, you know, when bad things happen on the offensive end, that's why there's a defensive end. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to the gym, when you tired, when you running the track, you on your last lap, and you telling yourself you don't want to walk this last lap, you know, you taking these deep breaths, you calm yourself down. You know, when shit gets bad, you calm yourself down. And, you know, the gym is really just like therapy for me. You feel me? And I'm being so real, because I've done this. You know, I've been doing this for damn near 2 years now. You know, I've been in the gym heavy since 2023, ever since that one heartbreak happened. And, you know, it teaches you a lot about how to control your life, your emotions. And once you can control those two things, you become invincible, bro. You become the best version of yourself. And, you know, I advise everybody out here to go to the gym regardless of heartbreak or not, because that's how you keep yourself from getting all these conditions and stuff like that. And sometimes the conditions are just within your genes, your DNA. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. But, you know, that's why there's medicine and stuff out here that you take to make sure that you keep yourself from fatal, you know, repercussions. But yeah, that's one way. Another way is to just simply move on, bro. Simply move on. Those moving on and going to the gym will help you find your peace. You feel what I'm saying? It helped me find my peace. Now, obviously, there's different strategies and ways. But, dog, on a real note, bro, moving on is just the best way, bro. Because going... And this was one thing I always used to do. Like, when some bad shit happened, damn. When some bad shit happened on Instagram, I say on Instagram, in my life, like with a girl or something, or just with life in general, I go on Instagram and I don't know if Notes was out in 2021. I don't remember. But I used to post on my story or Notes. And I used to be like, man, like I used to post sad songs on my fucking IG Notes, on my IG story. Nigga, I used to just be like, I used to have a black screen on my profile picture on some goofy shit, like thinking people cared about what I was going to go through in life. Like, you know, I used to do all that shit, but I used to tell the world, which was only 200 people because I had a private account. I used to tell my followers, like, yeah, man, I'm going through some shit right now. And majority of them is what I went to high school with. A lot of them I don't even fucking talk to now. And I know they didn't care about me back then, so why would they care about what I'm going through now? Like you just got to move on. And then not to mention the person that did me wrong, and this was for multiple instances of women that I've been with that, you know, done me wrong or broke up with me and, you know, they was just on to the next that fast, you feel me? You know, they used to still follow me and they used to see that shit and they be like, Sid, what are you doing? Why are you being so over dramatic? Like, it's just, and you know, to them it's over dramatic because they don't see what they did wrong or they don't understand why a nigga will feel this way. And, you know, that's just how life is. You know, they don't feel the need to feel like they're wrong. And, you know, you can't control that. You can't control people's minds and how they think. But, you know, I used to go on my Instagram and be like, yeah, what's wrong? You doing too much. See, I'm about to block you because you doing the most. Like, all I did was that. And we've been, you know what I'm saying? They doing all this excuses and saying I've been doing this. What about you? You feel me? And there's no point in getting to somebody's psyche when it comes to what they did wrong if they don't understand it. So you just got to move on, bro. You got to move on. Find something better. Find something more peaceful. Because trying to hop from pussy to pussy to pussy, it's not going to get you nowhere. You know, move on with things that are productive, not with things that are lustful and temporary. Something that's just going to be there for 15 to 30 minutes. And next thing you know, you sitting on the edge of the bed like these. Was it worth it? Or you cuddling with the girl that you just ooh, you know what I'm saying? And now you just sitting there like, man, bro, this shit wasn't even all that. Like, it feels good in the moment, but once it's happened, it happens. Like, this shit is gone now. You got to move on and find something better to do, like connect with God or read a Bible, read some books, write shit down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even decompress, nigga, play the game. I'd rather you do that than go fuck on multiple bitches and possibly catch AIDS, nigga. Now you just looking stupid. Now you finna die. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's just, bro, just move on, bro. Don't try to combat that shit with something else that you really don't want to do. It feels good to have the bad big. My nigga, it feels good. But, nigga, if she move on within 3 days, nigga, now what? You gonna keep saying, oh, yeah, bro, I hit this girl. I hit this girl. I hit this girl. I hit this girl. Nigga, you sound like a broken tape recorder, nigga. Nobody want to hear that shit. Yeah, those are the two things, though. Those are the really two things that you should do, man, for real. And, you know, those two things will help you find peace in life, for real. Let me turn this shit down, because I already know this shit's finna get loud. Let me turn this shit down. But, yeah. Focus on those two things, man. I advise y'all to do those two things. And it helps you get better in life. It helps you evolve yourself. And, yeah, heartbreaks don't define you. You know, it's what you do afterwards that do. That's all I got for y'all today, though. Hope y'all taking care of yourselves. Like I said, some real nigga shit today. It's your boy, Mr. Deddington. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all stay up, stay motivated, stay positive, stay disciplined, stay blessed, stay yourself. Always stay yourself. For real. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I love y'all. Peace.
Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night for us. Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Come on.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Get your rifle out. It's about time these little things met their maker. That's it, kill those little varmints. Better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wily little critters.
Come on.
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. Yeah! If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals.
Go!
Quick! They're going after the chickens. That's it! Damn coyotes!
Oh, God!
Yes, we got one! Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
That big mountain lion down by the river killed another family last night. There's a change of season in the air. I feel it in my patient's bones. Those folks at thieves landing and creeping around here again. Unfortunate place. Nice to see you. That's a nice healthy stride you have, sir. Seems there's something big hanging in here. A beautiful wife.